What is up, guys? Tony here for Geek Legion Games, and today, for the color pool of blue, we're here to talk about some blue flare. I actually wanted to do Ulforce, but this card you see here, it's paper. Yeah, I need 3 more of these, and it's 150 bucks, and I don't have that right now. We're still recovering from the trip. We're putting some overtime in, of course, but once we get that, that sweet, sweet check on Friday, I will be purchasing those 3 cards, and we'll be throwing it in the deck profile as well. But before we get to this sweet booty right here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and also don't forget to check our pro site, www.geeklegion.com, where all the Digimon singles are there. If you're into Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh as well, even Pokemon, go ahead and hit that as well. And without further ado, let's get with the deck profile. Alright, to start with the deck profile, we are running 5 eggs. You can run 4, but we like to run 5 here. 4 being that the main card you want to run is the Wanyamons here. When attacking, as long as you have a blue tamer on the field, you're drawing a card unconditionally. So we're going to have them at all costs most of the time. Sometimes you just swing, you kind of have to, whatever. That's why I run the Upa, just in case that's the first egg lineup right there. If they have a Digimon they've thrown out there for an on-play effect over, like an Agumon, whatever, at least we'll be drawing cards off from there. But these are the 5 eggs you can run. You can definitely just run 4. But me personally, I think 5 for the Ultimate Cup would be really nice. Up next for our rookies, we're running 4 copies of Gaussmon. Also, I'm trying something new, just put them pile up here so it's not just all scattered out, like looking like trash. So we're gonna start doing it in the middle like this. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Gaussmon here on deletion, you just play a level 4, one level 4 Digimon with blue fairness traits, suspended, very great. So if you got your Greymons, you do your on play, look for your pieces, or you just need to find your Metal Greymons. If they've been hit all in the security, it'll also find those as well. Very good, very good. Up next we got some Dracos here. We can just have this chilling out in the field, as long as we're just playing stuff out like Gaussmon, like cheating stuff out there, we're just drawing additional cards. And if you want to throw this in the inheritables as well, when you play another Digimon by basically a fetch, because we're not going to have Dramons, we're just going to have blue flare traits, we're going to be getting a memory. So we have that as a nice rookie. And then for our last rookies, we're running 2 of the Shell guy and 2 of the Madokis, otherwise known as the little watermelon guy. Memory blocking and reduced memory costing. At my local store, there's a lot of Hydramon, there's a lot of Black War and War Gray, so I just went to 2-2 split here. If you know your locals is just strictly Black War, if they're going to try to do it in the Ultimate Cups, whatever, do just run these. You can just shut them off when they're not going to do their neg-2 on their Evos. Or if your entire locals is just all about memory gain, whatever, you can run a Minoki. So I'm doing the even split for 12 rookies, and I think that's okay. I could be wrong, but we shall find out. Up next for level 4s, we're running 4 Greymons here. On plays, like I said before, you could just look at the top 4 cards you deck, and you're adding 2 cards of blue flare, which is basically most of this deck. So you're just going to find all your pieces. Obviously, some rookies are not going to be found, but you're going to find all your stuff here. And then on deletion, save mechanic, just toss in your tamers. Really cool inheritable effect right here is when this Digimon has blue fairness traits, which will obviously have for Metal Greys, whatever. As long as your opponent has 2 Digimon requirements, whatever, you get to restand it. Unfortunately, with the Ultimate Cup rules, we can't have the security plus Greymon, so we can't, be busting down the doors and the security, but we can still, swing away. Up next, we got some male birds. We're running a full set here. On play, if you don't have Christopher, you can just play him out for free. His name's Kira, but I like calling him Christopher. And if you do have him on the field, this basically grabs you the Metal Greymon piece that you need. Greymon also does that as well, so like almost infinitely, you can just keep getting your sources back, and you're never gonna not have your Metal Greys. Heritable effect in this guy, as long as your Digimon has blue flare, obviously, if your opponent meets 2 or more Digimon on the field, you can just hard stun something. So it doesn't matter how many sources they have on it, you can just go bang. Can't do nothing for the turn. Up next, we're running a single copy of Kumamon here. It's just hybrid. You can run the Lobomon if you really want to, but what I like about this is, like, if you have enough memory, Digiball up to 2 with one of your extra tamers, you can strip something and then go into your Metal Greymon. So if they share the same same amount of Digi-Evolutions, you can go ahead and just hard stun with the on-play, whatever. So I have done that once or twice with this card, which just feels nice. But normally you wouldn't want to swing this for game. And then lastly, for level 4, sorry, is our 3 copies of Decragmon. I tried running this at 4, and 4 is bad. Running it at 2 is just as bad, so 3 is literally the sweet number. Everyone's been running at 3, but I try to figure, like, this card's broken in a way, because if your opponent goes wide, whatever, you just play this for 5, and just draw that many cards. There's no way you're not having your pieces in your hand at that point. Very cool card. And obviously, all turns it's inheritable. If your opponent has 2 more Digimon in field, this Digimon gains plus 1000. It's really nice. Up next for level 5 is the bread and butter of this entire deck, running a full set of the Metal Greymon here. This has the on-play for Greymon and your Mailbird. Obviously, we got to use the blue one here because we're all blue deck. But once you have these out, you're playing it for 3. You get to stun 3 things on the board if they have the same or less evolution sources. And yeah, it's gains rush. Very, very, really powerful card for 8000 DP. If this was any more than 8, then holy crap. Up next, running 3 copies of Decragmon that pairs really nicely with the Metal Greymon, so you can swing on Suspend and keep it there. Digivolve for 2, slot in Decragmon, stun another card on the field, and then you just swing again. It's also got Armor Purge for being at a 10k beat stick, so it's very nice. Speaking of Armor Purges, running 2 more armor cards. We got the Metal Greymon plus Cyber Launcher. It also has Armor Purge, like I just said. On play or when Digivolving, you get to slot in a blue flare in its traits, but if it happens to be Cyber Launcher, or Cybergemon, sorry, you get to bounce a level 4 to the bottom of their deck. I shouldn't say bounce, it's just bottom decking. But if you don't put in Cybergemon, whatever, you're still just bouncing, putting something to the bottom, which is really nice. So like anyone playing purple, whatever, or any cards that like stop you from, reduce play cost, whatever, obviously you can just go ahead and Digivolve up to 2 and get rid of that problem, and then you can go ahead and start playing stuff. So you can, with this, effectively, to get that level 4, since this counts as Cybergemon, you can just do this, if you really want to, with a Metal Greymon under this, and then another copy of this, and you can get that effect. Up next is the last of our Digimon, running Z-Greys here, running this at a 2. 2 is pretty good. I don't think 3 is really necessary, because as much as good as this card is, you're never going to get like the blocker effect here. The only way you can actually get this, for example, is if any of these or these, you want to slot something in, you can slot this in to get blocker, which is really nice. You can do that, but you really want to be Digivolving this for practically 0. So it's 2 to Digivolve on a Metal Greymon. And then you can unsuspend this Digimon, and then if you have the blue flares, obviously, or X-Cross, but we're not going to have X-Cross, and your opponent has 2 more Digimon in field, you effectively just Digivolve for 0, which is really strong. So you could do your swing, unsuspend, swing, go ahead and Digivolve up to this for free, and then restand, and then swing again. That's 3 checks right there. Then on deletion, you're going to save this on your Tamers, and then pick up a Greymon and a Mailbird, which is really nice. So effectively, it's still save 3, material saves 3, without even saying that. Up next for Tamers, obviously running the full set of the Christopher package. You have to. Memory setter, and you just play out of your sources, that's all. You find this off our options with our Blazing Menboost, which is the best probably blue Menboost out there. Look at 6 cards, you can just pull this out for free. Mailbird plays this out for free for paying for 5, so it's really nice. Up next, we're for the last of our Tamers, running 2 of the Sorojo package. This would obviously be the trio Tamers if this was on an Ultimate Cup deck, but we have to meet blue, of course. So this is the next best Tamer to have. Starting your turn, your opponent has no Digivolutions on the field, gain 2 memory. So effectively, starting your turn, you're always going to 5. If you have this out here, you're going to 7. So if you got 2 of these out there and they're sitting out there with a Digimon that just can't do nothing and stunned completely, they don't want to Digivolve over it, whatever, you're just getting value over it. And then when you're swinging with one of your blue Digimon, you may suspend this and then strip 2 sources. Is really nice, very nice. So if you're swinging for game and they have blocker and you strip 2 sources, and that happens to be one of them, well, they can't block no more. Up next for our options, the best option of our deck here is 4 copies of Blade Menboost. Real 6 cards, like, jeez. If they hit this to 1, then I think the deck, I'm not saying it won't die, but like it severely hurt. but look at the top 6 cards and pull 2 of them that are blue flare, which is practically half or 3/4 of our deck, and then add them to your hand. And then if Christopher is among them, play them for free. Wow. Like, just card has so much value. And then it has delay gain 2 memory, which is really nice. Up next for our second broken card in the deck is Sorai here. I think I really want to run 3, but I'm trying at 2. 2 is pretty much fine, and plus the deck is very, tight on space, so we've got this at 2. We want this to be in the security. We could draw it, it's fine, but anyway. Trash top 4 sources of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then it leaves a blanket effect if a Digimon on your opponent's side of the field has no devolution cards that can't attack. Can't attack you, can't attack a Digimon that's suspended on your side of the field. The only way they get around this card if they have a Digimon with no sources, as soon as they Digivolve on top of it, it comes off this effect. Next after that, running 2 copies of Hammer Spark. Again, deck space is tight, but we want this to be in the security as well, just to gain a 2 memory, but if we really need to, we can play it for 0 to gain 1 memory. And then lastly, Ice Wall. Because, Ice Wall just does Ice Wall things. Comes out of security, gain 2 memory, just messes up your opponent's day. I had it when I was over playing Ultimate Cup, actually, in the side events, whatever. I had game on board, checked the last security, and this was the card. And I literally lost the game after that. So the game could do that. So it's like if they're swinging on the security, they hit this, you gain 2 memory, pass it on to you, you can just win after that. Very nice. But that'll be it for the deck profile. What do you guys think of Blue Flare as the Ultimate Cup? Is this the deck to be? Any more cards that can be added to this? Rearrange, whatever? Put your thoughts, comments in the comment section below. See you guys next time. Don't forget to get your geek on.